Hi, it's Jess here from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. I'm working on my altered book again, my autumn altered book, and I've got a double page to do, and it's the last little bit left. I sort of put a note to myself, 2 pockets, diagonal ones. That was with a tag. Don't know what that was doing there. So that was my thoughts. So I think it was the only bit in the book where I'd put 2 tea-stained sheets. So I thought 2 diagonal pockets would be nice. So I've sort of grabbed everything that I've got left to do. I've got the tags left and the journaling cards that I've not yet used. These are all of the pages, a couple there that are teed up, which I did for some over the pocket things. So I was just sort of picking out, got a few scraps, what I might use here for my diagonal pockets. So there's lots there that would be journaling cards. I think we've got possible contenders in these. I think not that one because it's got a plain bit, and I'm not sure. I'm thinking I might save that for the cover. So we're left with these. That one's that orientation, right? So we're left with these as my possibility. So I thought I'd go a few pages that way to see. I didn't want to put the same pages next to each other, so we're safe that side, going forward quite a bit. I've got one of the pages over there, but it's quite well covered, so actually I could use either. This one I haven't got the full shilling, but I'm not sure that matters. Yeah, it might do. So there we go. That's my decision made. That's took me like 2 minutes. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start with cut it in half. That's oh, slight craft lunch. Stick you in there. So cut it in half. I wanted to do this so that it was just the one sheet. So find the top bit there. Put that to the top. Can't see it now. I might do it that way. It's more visible now. My eyesight's terrible. I went to Tesco's yesterday, and I only wear my long distance glasses when I'm driving or if I go to the cinema or the theatre. But I was looking for, I'd gone in for 2 specific things: nutritional yeast and silken tofu. And because James is cooking tonight and they were what he needed for what he's cooking. It's delicious. He does this amazing mushroom pasta fake cheese thing. It's just amazing. And yeah, he needed those ingredients. But so I didn't quite know where Tesco's would have them. I just knew they had them. And I couldn't read things on the shelves. It was ridiculous. So I think I'm going to take that across like that, so that I've got a diagonal pocket. I don't want it to come all the way down. Might go a little bit lower actually. But I'm going to fold over the top. So yeah, and I just thought, I think you've come to the stage in your life, Jez, where you need to wear your glasses a bit more often. Do I want to go all the way to the top? I think I might. So, right, let's stick. I'm sticking that up there, and that's there. that. That's how we're kind of measuring this. Then I'm going to have a little look-see how that'll work. This is the second video that I'm using my microphone. You may need to adjust the volume. So, yeah, I'm liking that. It's going to fold down a bit, so it'll be a bit smaller. But yeah, liking that. So I want the other one to be the same. So remembering to put it like this, otherwise it'll be the wrong way round. So about there is about right. So let's double check. Going to come down a little tad, but I'm going to score it. So I'm going to put this on the 1/2 inch mark, and then score better with that one. Because I want it folded over so that it's got a nice lip going on. We'll cut that top bit off. Do the same here. I am making this up as I go along. So that's how I roll. I get a vision in my head and then I just sort of go for it. So how's that looking? Yeah, I like. So might just glue them directly down because I don't want them folded over, because I can make the pocket then slightly smaller. So I'm just going to glue these down as is. So that is perfect. That one. Don't think we're going to notice. There's a fractional difference in the sizes of these two, but I don't think you're really going to notice that too much. So that's the way we're going. So get rid of my trimmer now. I've got some scraps. I might add a few tucks in places when I'm going through. I sort of go through when I think I've finished. I kind of go through and think, oh, do I need any more finishing touches? I know there are places where I want to add some stamping because there's plain pages or some stenciling. So I'll go through and do those things. And yeah, so there might be the odd place where I think, oh, I'll just put a tuck in there. Right, I am going to glue these two down and then we'll ink around and stick down. And I'll probably decorate with some, we'll do some sort of cluster or something, as is my way. I do do love these collage sheets that Rachel from Rach and Bella Crafts designed. I've thoroughly enjoyed working with this, and it's so different because I just finished a journal where I use no digitals, and there I am doing an altered book where it's all digitals. It's great. This required less thinking because of having the digitals to work with. So I didn't have to go hunting for things. So it's a little bit easier in that sense. So now I'm going to... I found my vintage photo. I had lost it momentarily. I re-inked it as well, so should have. Yes. Oh, that was very loud. That's Pinterest telling me that somebody's pinned one of my pins. I've been really amiss. I've not been posting anything on Pinterest or Instagram. I just find it time consuming, and I'd rather be just making videos, really. Making things and making videos. I've also been quite busy with going away for weekends, and I had tests in hospital, and I'm fine. I actually got a letter today, and it actually, the words were, I always say, oh, I'm just having this test, just eliminating something sinister. I'm not worried. I wasn't expecting there to be anything sinister. And that was actually the words that the consultant used. You know, your thingy test showed that there was no sinister or worrying reason for the anemia that I've developed. Oh no, I didn't think so. Didn't think so for 1 minute, but it just made me chuckle that he'd used the word sinister. And saying, perhaps you should be on some oral iron tablets, maybe. Or we could discuss an iron infusion. I want an iron infusion, no idea what that involves. Other than I do think they need to put cannula in, which is often problematic. Because I don't want to take iron tablets because they mess with my insides. They mess with my natural bodily functions and I can't cope. So, here we go. So there, they'll be ready to go on there. Yeah, I'm thinking we might need to do a little bit of stenciling on the back there. So, my scattered autumn leaves. Love this stencil. It's Stampin' Up. It's a new one. And I didn't even know this was in it. I bought it for the sunflower. Abundant Beauty decorative masks. And I saw somebody using it. I was like, oh, I really like those leaves scattered. So, yeah, very happy with that. Yeah, I think that gives it a nice little touch. So I want to glue this down. Art glitter is just sat there. We'll use you. I choose you. That was Pokemon, wasn't it? That's what's just come into my head. My kids, both of them, were so into Pokemon. My eldest was 6 when my youngest was born, and so anything that he was into, the youngest just loved. He loved his brother. They both loved each other. And yeah, and it was just amazing that James could say Pokemon names, like really difficult ones like Bulbasaur and, you know, Pikachu and all that, but he couldn't say Liam. He used to call him Nimon. And it was like, that's just crazy. How can you say Bulbasaur with multi-syllables and you can't say Liam? Crazy, crazy, crazy. And then, so they both got, so they progressed from the TV show, watched the films. I decorated furniture. We had a Pikachu cupboard. It's now in my craft room. It was just the beading on it sort of had the shape of Pikachu, so I just painted Pikachu on it, and it's now painted over. Didn't want Pikachu in the craft room really, even though I loved Pikachu. And I did with fabric pens, I drew Pikachu on a t-shirt as well, which became that was my youngest's favourite t-shirt. And then they got into, they had Liam got a Game Boy, and then all the Pokemon games came out, and then they progressed to like PlayStation. I know, was it? No, it had been on the Nintendo, and my eldest even played Pokemon Go when that was a thing on your phones. So yeah. Why did I start talking about Pokemon? No idea. Oh, it was because I choose you. Yeah, so when they were doing the battles, they threw their Pokeballs and say, I choose Squirtle. The films were just awful, and Digimon as well. I think the only time I've ever fallen asleep in the cinema was at a Digimon movie. Oh, it was dreadful. Things you do. There we go. So that's my two nice big pockets. I want to decorate them. I'm thinking a bit of ribbon and lace. I think will look nice. I'm thinking, where's my lace? I sorted it all out, Jez. You sorted it all out, yeah. Put it up there on the shelf, so it'd be easy to find. There we are. Quite like that. Because I don't want to cover up too much of this, because it's all very pretty. So let's do a bit of lace across. What have I got? And here, that I might use. Oh. Shall I make a super duper quick decision there? Or shall I just hedge my bets a bit and just double check in this one, because I've got that one. Although I quite like the idea of that being scooped. Yeah, I'll go for that. I'll go for that. So one thing about having this microphone on, so I'm now going to take this and put it on the shelf, and I'm carrying on talking to you, and you should be able to hear me, whereas normally I'm moving away from the phone, and you wouldn't necessarily hear me. So that's quite cool. I don't know, I always feel like sometimes I'm mumbling, so I wanted to make sure I want, right, that is too much, Jez, no, but I just thought I'd do it, I'd stick it down and then trim it. But yeah, that's quite pretty. I'm thinking I want to discolour it a bit, just a tad, just a tad. Yeah, I was just thinking then, or do I want to get my alcohol pens out? No, we'll just use this a bit. Yeah, stands out a bit more, I think. No, like that, goes with the tea dyeing. Yeah, I'll do that. I have been waiting for over 2 weeks. It's coming up nearly 3 for a delivery that I ordered. Didn't realise it was going to take quite this long to come. It's now finally arrived in this country. It's come from Spain. I think if I'd have ordered it through Deliveroo, it would have got here by now. But anyway, ordered it on the 4th. It is, I don't know what day it is now, 20th? Might be the 19th. And yeah, it's going to come in 2 days' time, it says. I'm like, for goodness sake. Not that happy about it. Partly because I just want to use it. Right, we're going to cut smidgy off that, because that's a smidgy too long. Yeah, that'll do. And then I'm going to stick that on there. So let's just get a little bit of that, save my desk. Fabby tack. See if this is going to come out. If it's not, I'm going to use my collage. But it has been upside down. So it's rubbish. Good stage. I can't squeeze it because of my hands. Just clean off the end there. See if we can do better. Oh, a little bit's coming out now. That's proper hurting my hands, squeezing. And I know probably if I put some nail varnish remover in it, it will be all right. But that requires me to remember, and I'm really rubbish at that. I'm going to put my glasses on because I can't now see. I want that to move up a little tad. There we go. Needs a bit more on there. Great big bubble formed there. That's what happens, doesn't it? You get an explosion. It's ready to go across, right. Let's just get some glue on this one. And then I'm going to change my glue. Because Just not happy with it. Just awful. I have had it a while. My first bottle didn't really go thick. So I remember people used to say it goes really thick and then it explodes out the top. And I'm like, that's not happened with mine. Maybe I was just lucky. There's not masses left in it. And I'm not really intending on buying any more. For this reason. Right. Stick to what I like best. Oh. There we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we are. We had family gathering the other weekend. It was last weekend, filming this. And my nephew came over from the States. Surprised everybody. Weren't many people in on that. And it was like, if I'd known you were coming, I'd have asked you to buy me some FUSSY, because it's much cheaper over there than it is here. But hey ho, mind you, probably wouldn't have had time to nip to wherever to get it. But there we are, that'll do. Right, so changing now to Collage, which is very similar glue, but the only thing I find that for that ribbon you might have had a bit of bleed through. Be alright on this like cotton crocheted lace, but it would have showed through that ribbon. The only reason why I was thinking about using FUSSY on that. What I like about Collage as well is it doesn't dry straight away. So putting that all around there, got no danger of it drying. So that's that. So we're going to go across here in a straight line, hopefully. That looks like a straight line. Yep. Giving it a good press down. Using this lace, remind you about my slow stitch project. I really need to do that. You might well have seen the video of my first page of that by the time this one goes out. Because I just decided to do the last few videos of this. Just film them so it's done. And then I could tidy it all away, because I'm getting in a bit of a mess here. If I'm doing several projects at one time. Right, that's not glued. Put a bit on there. There to stick to the ribbon. And then we'll come back along. I saw a post in a group with somebody who lives in Canada, was really excited because they had some collage in the shops. Because I do think it's something that's sort of UK based, mainly. I have Always used it with my glue of choice. For all my crafting, mainly. All that around there. So should we go down the side here a little tad? There we go, got a bit up there, yeah. So now very sticky. I think that has gone across there quite nicely in a straight line ish. It'll do for me. It will do. Yep, liking that. And then I was just going to have a look at what I've got. So I've got a couple of journaling cards. Got these two. That's the same, isn't it? I quite like the fact that they match ish. I need to put a bit of plainness on the back there. There we go. So we've got a nice big journaling card. And then let's put a tag in the back. So I've got these ones that are undecorated and these ones that are decorated that have the same flower on. Do I want it to be matchy so they've got the same flower on? I think that works. I think that's okay. I've got these littler ones as well, but no, I'll use them. So that's that done. That didn't take long at all, did it? Nope. So that's a nice little quick one. And then the only other bit left that I wanted to do is the covering the front and the back. So I was gonna, I've got this left over now. Gonna do that? No, wasn't gonna do that at all. I was thinking about these, but I've got an idea for the front there. I'm thinking I want to put a library pocket. I like the idea of a library pocket in the front of a book, and I made a library pocket. There it is. For the, that was for my Rach and Bella Crafts Be Summer Inspired collaboration. So I think that'll work. I might make a different card to go in there, but I quite like this, and I'm gonna do a few sunflowers throughout the book. So these masks have these sunflowers, and you've got 3 layers, so you can do whichever way you want. So that was my thoughts. I might do a sunflower thing coming in. You've got the sunflowers, you've got, so take that off and then line that up there, and you can do the leaves, and then you line up, it's numbered as well. Do the centres of the sunflowers, and then you line it up and you've got a bit more detail. So that's going on there. I'm not going to do it until I practice, if I'm honest, because I don't want to spoil it. And then I thought I might do them throughout. I was also thinking, where's them tags gone? Oh, that might go nice on that side with a paper clip. And so we'll have a tag on this side. Just a floating tag, paper clipped. That was my thoughts. I might decorate one of these big ones. Got pumpkin and sunflower there actually. So I just might do that and put something on that. That would be a nice front there. And then on the back, I'm thinking I might do another over the page thing with this that I did before. I might do an over the page thing with that and do a quick pocket in the back. Just stick a few tags in. Those are my thoughts. Those are the thoughts I have. I've got an envelope there as well. So I am just going to do a quick practice on this sunflower and then I'll do it on camera. There we are. So I've had a practice and yeah, I'm liking that. So I went ahead and I've done it a couple of times in the journal. So I've done it sort of subtle and light there on that page. I think I want to put something on there. I'm not quite sure what, but we'll see. And then on this page, I'd written stamping for this page, but I've done that. I like that. I finished the back cover, so I did another one of these little over the page things, and I've just done a little bit of stamping and stenciling on there. Kind of didn't like the way that turned out, but I might address that. I might stick something on there. Haven't decided. And then on the back cover there, I've done the sunflowers. I've just put a pocket in to match, and I've got a first day cover. I thought that was quite autumnal there with the little wildlife. I mean, it came out on the 5th of October in 1977, so definitely came out for October. So usually you just get a little bit of card there inside, so I just thought I'd leave that as it is, a little bit of sort of original ephemera in there. And then I just did those sunflowers again on that tag there, and put that one in there. I thought the colours of that flower sort of matches up nice. So that's the back finished. So now we need to address the front. So I had one of those envelopes and that card there. I'll probably do a little bit of stenciling on these 2 pages to match. And I'm going to use that tag there, and then I just made a large journaling card there to go in that library pocket. And I usually put a letter from the bookmaker in there as well. And I thought, rather than just stick that on, I thought, what about a little bit of this lace sort of down the edge before we stick it in, and we'll do a sunflower on there. So I just want to just pull this out from my little shelf under my desk, and like loads of other things have just fallen on the floor. And then all I'll have left to do is the cover. And I have been, whilst I was doing all that, I was just watching a few videos to get a few ideas of covering a book cover. Just sort of, I kind of got my idea, and then I thought, oh, I'll go and have a look what other people have done, because it's a very modern cover, and it's quite shiny, and I don't want anything to overlap, so because I've decorated the inside of the covers now, so I haven't really got room for anything to come over. I don't think blue particularly goes with what I've got, so I've got a few ideas. I'll get a bit of paint out. I maybe should have thought about it sooner, but you know what thought did. So yeah, hindsight is a wonderful thing, and it would be a shame to spoil it now, because I am quite pleased with the way it's turned out. So there we go, that's that bit done. Bring my book back in. So I'll go down the edge there quite nicely. Yep, like that, and then that's just going to go on there. So I kind of want a bit of something going around the edges that we might see. So these autumn leaves. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that is just what was required. So we're just going to stick this down. So I did make this as part of the Bee Summer inspired collaboration, and I didn't make anything else. I just did a little simple project that people could copy and use however they wanted. And I was going to make a journal, but I just had so many other things on that I never did, and that was quite fortunate, because I do think it's quite perfect. Take those out in a moment for this. Do love a sunflower, and they are still out. We have a garden on the corner of our street that's still got sunflowers. I noticed them today, which made me think, yeah, I can still do sunflowers. So that's that. I'll put them back in. Down the bottom now. There we go. And then, so now I'm going to do the stenciling on this side. So I'm going to take this off for the now, because I'm going to do it on both sides, I think. So we start with a sunflower. I have put I think I'm going to have it coming along the middle there. So there is a little notch there, but I find that actually you can pretty much line it up without. These are Stampin' Up stencils. And I just fell in love with them. First time I saw them being demoed, I'm like, oh, love it. Haven't added any more ink to that. I think it might need some now. Done all of them with just the one inking of my brush. Some of them I've done subtler than others. And then I came in with a bit of pumpkin pie just to give a little bit of an orange twinge coming in there. So there we have that. And then they're all numbered. So we'll go for number 2. Stick that down there. Got my green. There we are. Number 3. That's the centre. See, these will line up just on the centre of the flowers quite easily. And there's 2 layers to this brown centre. I mean, you could just do this in one colour. I did think about that as well, that rather than change the colours, could have done it all in the browns. There we go. And that is the sunflower on there. Now I want to put a few autumn leaves around. And like so, and then I'm just going to repeat that on that side. So I don't think you really need to see that, and then that's just going to get clipped over. I think the colours go nicely with that, so I think that'll be a nice little front. And then on the other side of the page it will look like that. So that is how we're going. And I might do a few more little finishing touches that you can see when I do the flip through. I do quite like saving a little bit for the flip through. So there we have it. That is the front and back cover done, and then my diagonal page there done. So yeah, hope that's useful. Really like how that's turned out. I normally do a big diagonal page like that in a author book. Haven't done it in this one. And so there it is. All right then, so one more video doing the cover, and then it's done, ready for the flip through. So yeah, so a nice chunky-ish, getting a little bit gator mouthy, but when I do the closure, it'll probably be all right. So yeah, okay then. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.